Hey guys, so I heard that a lot of people were having problems with the Lian trial, so I wanted to basically showcase a more free-to-play friendly team that could do it. So I'll explain the team a bit because there's actually a few mechanics at work. Now, the most interesting Esper you're going to use and the one that's going to do the most damage is actually Falcon. And the reason why is because of his passive. When his passive runs out of turns, it inflicts damage, like proportional how much you've done, to the boss. But if you extend the turns out with White Twin, then you can do a ton of damage in that space. Now, one of the benefits of using White Twin is that he gives speed up to your whole team at Resonance 6, which is huge. It's going to let you get a lot more turns in, and combo with Red Twin to offer defense breaks as well. And for those of you unfamiliar with Red Twin, and you should be familiar with him by now, he offers Speed Break, Defense Break, and Seer, which is going to do a ton of damage throughout this whole fight. Another interesting Esper we're going to be using is Tyr, and we're going to use him at Resonance 6 because when he goes to counterattack, he will actually heal up your whole team, which gives us a ton of sustain. So that's really, really nice, as well as doing a bunch of damage. And then we have to use Lian, and she's actually pretty good. She gives our team a lot of defense, basically survivability, by having an overshield and healing us up whenever we take hits. So we're going to take a look at the team in action and kind of explain how we go about things. The first thing we want to do is make sure we get our speed up, because this will also give us a defense break. Now we actually want to try to get Seer here, and the reason why is because remember, the debuffs we applied are going to be extended. So most of them will last throughout the entire fight. So we want to get as many as we can, as early as we can. Now keep in mind, we want to try to extend that Evil Eye debuff as much as possible. And the reason why is because when it finally runs out, it's going to do a ton of damage to the boss. Now another big thing about using Lian here is that we want to make sure to use her overshield whenever the boss's skill 3 and skill 2 are up, as best that we can. It gets a little muddled at the end, but with Tyr offering damage reduction, it should be fine. Now that you have an idea of how the team works, I'm going to speed the video along. I'm going to put on some music, but I'll slow the video down to show you Falcon's damage, but for the most part, I'll meet you at the end. And with the Screech, we're actually at EX++. So it wasn't really too bad of a run. It does get a little dicey near the end, and depending on your luck, will depend on how long Falcon's little evil eye lasts. So as we can see, we got EX++, we get all the rewards, and everything is great. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you'd like to share your team, please do so below. I'm sure that people will love to see that.